Rebel forces are doing pretty well so far. They managed to push back two major offensives in towns west of here in the last 24 hours, and they're getting more organized and better armed every day. A cheer goes up from a group of volunteers. A convoy of trucks loaded with badly needed weapons and ammunition has just arrived at the base where they're training. These men are getting a crash course on armed rebellion. And they know they could soon be facing a professional army, well-financed with oil money, and bands of African mercenaries flown in for this fight. It's clear many of the men haven't handled a weapon before.
And why did you want to volunteer?
For all the people and for their freedom.
This is a fight that cuts across generations. Young people have been at the forefront so far, but in this part of Libya, it now seems the whole society is refusing to be intimidated by Qadaffi.
What about all his weapons and African fighters? Aren't you worried about that?
We are worried, but we are not scared. Because we are brave people.
It's a mismatched arsenal that needs a good cleaning. Some of the weapons are from army units that switch sides. Some were smuggled in.
The militia is starting to stockpile their military hardware. We've been taken to this location where weapons and ammunition are stacked up, ready to go.
We agreed not to reveal the location of this weapons cache, but we were shown piles of old Soviet-era munitions, bullets, rockets, and grenades. It may not seem like much, but it's more than they had in the first days of fighting, when unarmed protesters faced down soldiers firing automatic weapons. That's what convinced businessman Abdul Wahab Dagari to start gathering guns for the cause. These kids just had stones, and they were getting hit with rocket-propelled grenades and Kalashnikovs, he told us. These fighters hope that every new piece of hardware wheeled in evens the odds in this battle just a bit. There's a debate amongst rebel factions on whether they should launch a military offensive on Tripoli or whether they should call their supporters in the capital to start a new wave of protests. And what that boils down to is a choice between a protest movement and civil war.
And Mandy, I know you've spoken with some of the leaders of the rebellion. What are they hoping the international community will do?
Well, they say they certainly do not want direct foreign military involvement, but they would like to see a no-fly zone over Libya. Now, the main concern here is that Qadaffi will launch a bombing campaign.
Mandy Clark reporting tonight from Benghazi, Libya. Thank you.